The spirit realm is shifting fast, and your name is hanging in the balance. The grace you've relied on is about to be withdrawn. Respond before it's too late. The heavens are in motion, and the spirit realm is shifting faster than your natural eyes can comprehend. Every sound, every silence, every stirring in the unseen is announcing that the hour has changed. The air itself feels different, charged, heavy, pressing upon the soul of those who are sensitive enough to discern it. In this very moment, decisions are being finalized in the courts of heaven, and your name is one of those being weighed. This is not a word for the multitude, not a message for the careless, but for the one whose spirit has been trembling without explanation. The grace that once covered every mistake, the grace that held you steady when you faltered, is being measured, and soon it will be withdrawn. It has carried you to this point, but it cannot carry you further. A greater demand is being placed upon you now, and the heavens are watching to see how you will respond. For the Spirit of the living God says, what you did yesterday cannot sustain you for tomorrow. What you relied on before will not open the next gate. You must step into the stillness, into obedience, into the silence that shields and preserves. Do not think this is casual, for the very balance of your destiny is trembling in this hour. Heaven is recording every movement, every choice, every word spoken or withheld. There is a sacred silence required now, for too much noise will drown the whisper of instruction that is meant to save you. This word carries weight, and only those with ears to hear will feel its fire in their bones. The question has gone forth. Will you obey before the window closes? Type "I am anointed" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1122 is now activated. The Spirit of the living God has sounded a warning, and this warning is not soft, not gentle, not wrapped in comfort. It is sharp, like the blast of a trumpet in the stillness of night. It pierces through the noise of distraction, through the illusions of safety, through the shallow excuses of the flesh. Hear this, for before this week ends, decisions will be finalized in the unseen realm. The courts of heaven are convening, and names are being brought forth, one by one, weighed upon scales of obedience and surrender. Your name is among them. The urgency you feel pressing against your chest, the heaviness that no words can fully explain, is not coincidence. It is your spirit recognizing what your mind cannot yet comprehend. This word is not for the multitude, not for those who scroll quickly past divine warnings, dismissing them as noise. This word is for the one who has been sensing the stirring, for the one who cannot sleep without restless dreams, for the one who feels the holy disruption rising in the spirit. You have been marked for this message, and heaven is reaching out to pull you into alignment before the hour passes. Do not ignore this sound, for it is heaven's call, and it does not come twice without consequence. Be alert, for the hour is urgent, and the grace you've leaned on is thinning. It is not being stolen, but it is being recalibrated. The time of living on borrowed mercy without accountability is ending. A shift is occurring, and those who refuse to move with it will find themselves stranded in spiritual drought. The Spirit of God is saying, what sustained you yesterday will not preserve you tomorrow. The manna you once gathered is no longer fresh, and I am demanding that you rise to where the new bread is being released. You must understand, beloved, that heaven has drawn a line in the Spirit. Those who respond in obedience will walk into an accelerated season of divine encounters, unprecedented protection, and supernatural provision. But those who remain indifferent will watch the same grace they took for granted slip through their fingers. The shaking you feel is not punishment, it is positioning. The unease you carry is not random, it is revelation. Heaven is aligning the battlefield, and your choices are deciding which side you stand upon. Lift your eyes, for the heavens are speaking. Listen with your spirit, for the invitation has been sounded. You cannot afford to delay, for delay is disobedience in this hour. The Spirit of God is declaring that you must be still, you must be silent, and you must be surrendered. The trumpet has sounded, and you have been summoned. Will you answer? Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1414 is now surrounding you. Eyes are watching. Mouths are whispering. Smiles are stretching across faces, but not all of them carry truth. There are those around you who present themselves as allies, yet their hearts are unsettled, their intentions divided. You have felt it without proof. The quick glance, the unfinished sentence, the conversations that grow silent when you enter the room. This is not paranoia, but perception. Your spirit is alert because heaven is revealing what the flesh cannot confirm. They know something about you, but they do not know everything. They sense your rising. They feel the shift around your name, but they cannot comprehend the depth of the call on your life. They suspect that something is stirring in your future, but what heaven has written remains hidden from their grasp. And because they do not know the full picture, their whispers are filled with half-truths, their suspicions tangled with shadows. Yet you must not waste your strength defending yourself, for the Spirit says, "The truth I have sealed over you will speak louder than the lies formed against you." You have felt the confusion tugging at your heart, the heaviness pressing into your sleep. Dreams that once carried peace now stir with unrest. The night hours have become a battleground, and the silence of midnight feels louder than the noise of the day. You are not imagining this disruption. The spirit realm has already shifted, and your soul is caught in the cross-current of what heaven has announced and what darkness is attempting to resist. Do not misinterpret this unease. It is not weakness, it is not failure. It is evidence that a battle is unfolding over your destiny. Heaven has placed a seal on your name, and hell has noticed. Every restless night, every sudden heaviness, every moment of inexplicable tension is proof that your next chapter is closer than you realize. The enemy does not fight what has no future, and your warfare is the loudest confirmation that your promise is near. But hear this, the mystery of what is unfolding is not meant to crush you, but to alert you. The disruption is not to destroy you, but to train you to listen beyond the natural. There is more at play than human eyes can see. The whispers are not just gossip, they are distractions to pull your attention from the greater battle being waged in the unseen. And the Spirit of the Lord declares, "I have not brought you to this place to abandon you. I have allowed the shaking to awaken you. For what is hidden in mystery today will be revealed in clarity tomorrow. Therefore, do not fear the whispers. Do not chase the shadows. Do not spend your breath proving what heaven has already approved. Instead, anchor yourself in silence. For silence in this hour is not weakness. It is weaponry. Be still and let the Spirit fight where you cannot. Your assignment is not to expose every false smile, but to guard the purity of your spirit until the appointed time of unveiling. Type "I am guarded" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 7777 is now overshadowing you. And beloved, as you hear this prophetic word, know this. Every message like this is not just a broadcast. It is a lifeline sent by heaven. When you sow into this work, you are not giving to a person, but fueling the fire that brings light into darkened hearts. The word says that those who sow will reap in due season, and this moment is that season for you. I invite you, if this message has touched your spirit, to take part in the harvest by standing with us. Your seed, whether through super thanks, YouTube membership, or even a PayPal gift in the description below, becomes a divine partnership with heaven's agenda. When you give, you are not just supporting, you are activating. You are sowing into revelation that will ripple into souls who need it most. Blessings are unlocked when obedience meets generosity. Do not delay. Take action now, for your gift is more than a donation, it is a prophetic act. This is not personal. Hear me clearly, this is not personal. The opposition you feel, the strange resistance you encounter, the battles that seem to spring up without reason are not about you as a person, but about what you carry. This is warfare against your calling. This is the enemy's attempt to intercept what has already been sealed over your destiny. You are marked, beloved, and that mark has drawn attention in the unseen world. Heaven has placed its imprint on you, and darkness has taken notice. That is why the resistance feels relentless. That is why the pressure has not eased. The fight is not over what you are now, but over what you are about to become. The Spirit of the living God declares, "Do not be deceived into thinking the battle is with flesh and blood." Do not waste your strength arguing with people, fighting with those around you, or trying to justify what I have already ordained. For every human opposition is but a shadow of the true war being waged in the Spirit. Lift your eyes above the natural, for the conflict is not against them. It is against the unseen powers that wish to silence your voice before it rises. Every sigh, every silence, every tear you've shed has been recorded in the Spirit. Nothing has been wasted. Heaven has monitored each reaction, every response, every decision you have made in the midst of this struggle. For the test is not only about survival, it is about positioning. Your reaction in this moment determines what heaven releases in the next. If you allow bitterness to rule, you delay your breakthrough. But if you choose stillness, if you choose silence, if you choose surrender, then heaven will open doors that no man can shut. This is the hour where you must remember. Resistance is the confirmation of purpose. If you were not chosen, there would be no attack. If your name carried no weight in heaven, hell would have no reason to notice you. The very fact that you are experiencing such intensity is proof that the spirit realm has acknowledged your assignment. You are a threat, and the enemy knows it. Yet the Spirit of God reminds you today, though the battle rages, you are never alone. I have surrounded you with fire. I have set my angels over you, and I will not allow the enemy to triumph. Therefore, stand firm. Refuse to be distracted by human opposition. Refuse to let your energy be consumed by battles of the flesh. See the deeper truth. This is spiritual. This is prophetic. This is eternal. And though the pressure is real, the promise is greater. The war is fierce. The victory is already written. Heaven has declared it, and what heaven decrees cannot be overturned by earth. So guard your heart in this hour. Let your words be few, and your prayers be deep. Let your spirit rise above the noise, for the one who has called you is watching, recording, and ready to release the reward of faithfulness. This is not the end of you. This is the proving ground for the next dimension of you. Type I marked in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1919 is now covering you. Within the next 72 hours, the atmosphere around you will begin to shift in ways you cannot deny. Movements are already being set in place, some against you, some for you. There are conversations happening behind closed doors, and there are decisions being made without your presence. But do not be shaken, for heaven is present in all of them. You feel the weight because the spirit realm has drawn the battle lines, and both sides are positioning themselves. The tension you sense in your body, the restlessness in your spirit, is not ordinary stress. It is the evidence of movements already unfolding in the unseen. Someone is preparing to make their move. A plan has been drawn against you, a plot already whispered, a decision already signed in the heart of one who thinks you will not discern it. But hear me, the Spirit of God will not allow you to be blindsided. Though the details are hidden, though the picture is not yet clear, the warning has already been sounded. This pressure is not to terrify you, but to prepare you. For when the hand is raised against you, the hand of heaven will already be in position to intercept. The Lord says, "Do not let fear become your counselor. Do not let panic drive your choices. For in the next 3 days, the unseen realm will manifest in the natural, and you must be anchored to me to withstand the unfolding. Some will rise against you, but others will be divinely assigned to defend you. Some will shift away from your side, but others will be drawn by my Spirit to stand in alignment with you." This is the separation, the revealing of hearts, the uncovering of motives. You will see who is truly for you and who has only walked near you for convenience. The atmosphere around you feels heavy because heaven is tightening the hour. The grace you leaned on yesterday is thinning, because you cannot remain in the same posture. What you once survived on will not carry you through what is about to happen. You must rise in silence, rise in prayer, rise in stillness. Every careless word, every emotional reaction, every misplaced trust in this hour can be used against you. Heaven is instructing you to guard your tongue, guard your spirit, and move only by divine prompting. For the Spirit says, in 72 hours, you will understand why you felt the tremors before the quake. You will see why your spirit was restless before the storm broke forth. And when it comes, you will know that I have not abandoned you, for my protection will surround you like fire. The enemy may think his move will undo you, but the hand of God is already on the board, turning what was meant to trap you into the very thing that will elevate you. Do not dismiss this warning. Mark it down, for heaven has spoken. Within 3 days, movements will unfold, and you will see the unveiling of both the enemy's intent and the Lord's protection. This is your moment of testing. Will you trust in what you see, or in what heaven has whispered? Type "I'm ready" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2323 is now unfolding around you. Be still. Hear this well. In this hour, your silence is not weakness. It is strategy. The less you say, the more heaven fights for you. The less you reveal, the more the Spirit surrounds you. You are being drawn into a season where the weapons formed against you will only prosper if you step out of alignment, if you speak before the Spirit releases you, if you move without divine instruction. Heaven is urging you, be hidden, be quiet, be still. Withdraw from the noise that seeks to drain you. Step back from the conversations that do not feed your spirit. Do not be baited into arguments, explanations, or unnecessary defenses. Every word you speak in haste becomes a tool the enemy can twist. But silence disarms him. Stillness confuses him. Obedience shuts down every plan designed to ensnare you. This is why the Spirit of God is pressing you with such intensity, because in this next unfolding, silence will be your shield. You may feel the pull to defend yourself, to clarify your side, to answer accusations that have been whispered. But the Lord declares, do not fight for yourself when I have already stood to fight for you. Do not waste your breath proving what I have already stamped as truth. Do not run after those who have turned away, for I am separating you by my Spirit. The battle is not in your words, but in your restraint. The enemy expects you to react, but when you choose stillness, his plans collapse. Listen carefully. Your posture in this moment is more powerful than any argument you could make. When you choose stillness, you choose faith. When you remain silent, you declare to heaven and earth that you trust the Lord to vindicate you. And in that silence, angels move. In that silence, doors open. In that silence, your spirit becomes aligned with the whispers of instruction you could not hear otherwise. For the voice of God is not found in the earthquake or the fire, but in the still small voice, and that voice only speaks when your soul has quieted enough to hear. You are not defenseless. You are not uncovered. You are hidden in divine timing. Even now, no weapon formed against you will prosper. They may form, they may rise, they may gather, but they will not prevail. For the Spirit declares, I have gone before you. I have surrounded you. I have written your name in my book of remembrance, and I will not allow you to be undone. This is why silence matters, because silence is trust. Silence is faith. Silence is agreement with the covering of heaven. So, step back. Watch. Pray. Listen. Every hidden plan against you will reveal itself in time, but you will not need to expose it. Heaven will do that. Every scheme formed will unravel, but you will not need to tear it apart. Heaven will do that. Your only task is to stay aligned, to stay hidden, to stay still until the moment heaven says, move. Beloved, you are safer in silence than in self-defense. Your tongue cannot protect you, but your surrender can. And as you hold your peace, the Lord Himself fights for you. Type I am covered in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 8888 it is now surrounding your path. You are not who they think you are anymore. The image that others have of you, the version they believe they know, is outdated. The grace you relied on yesterday was for that season, but today, heaven is birthing something new within you. The enemy has tried to label you, to hold you hostage to your past mistakes, to trap you in the memory of who you once were. But hear this, heaven has already shifted your identity. You are no longer bound by the limits they placed upon you. You are rising. The fire you've walked through was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to refine you. Every attack, every betrayal, every whispered lie has been the furnace in which heaven has been purifying your soul. You thought you were being buried, but in truth, you were being planted. The heat that came against you was not a punishment, but a preparation. Just as fire purifies gold, stripping it of impurities and leaving only the precious core, so has your spirit been purifying. What you endured was the fire of transformation, and now you are stepping into the strength of your true form. They thought the storm would silence you, but the storm taught you how to hear. They thought the pain would break you, but the pain taught you how to stand. They thought the weight of betrayal would crush you, but betrayal has birthed discernment in your spirit. What once wounded you now equips you. What once threatened to destroy you now strengthens you. You are no longer fragile. You are no longer easily shaken. You are no longer the same. Like wings breaking through the cocoon, your strength is unfolding. You are being stretched, pressed, and pulled because heaven is enlarging your capacity. Do not despise the breaking. It is the sound of your wings preparing to rise. The restrictions you once felt are snapping. The chains that bound your soul are falling, and the ceiling that hovered over your head is shattering. This is the season where you will not crawl in the shadows, but soar in the light. The Spirit of the living God declares, I have allowed the pressure to reveal the power within you. I have permitted the darkness so that you would discover the light that cannot be extinguished. I have allowed the silence of friends so that you would hear my voice more clearly. Do not mourn what has been lost. Celebrate what is being birthed. For what was meant to weaken you has only made you unshakable. You are stepping into empowerment. Not the kind that is rooted in pride, but the kind that is rooted in surrender. Not the kind that is drawn from flesh, but the kind that flows from the Spirit. You are moving from survival into authority. You are moving from hiding into revealing. You are moving from brokenness into boldness. Heaven has marked you, and nothing, no whisper, no betrayal, no plan of the enemy, can cancel the empowerment God has placed upon your life. Rise now, beloved. Spread your wings. The storm that threatened you has become the wind beneath your ascent. You are not a victim of this battle. You are the victor rising from it. Type I am rising in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 5050 is now lifting you into new strength. This shaking is not random. It is not meaningless. It is not without purpose. The Spirit of the living God declares, I have allowed this disruption, for it is the doorway to your promotion. Every tremor you have felt in your spirit, every disruption that has unsettled your sleep, every betrayal that has pierced your heart has been part of the preparation for what heaven is about to release. You are not being shaken to be destroyed. You are being shaken because heaven is rearranging your position. Your name is being written in places your feet have not yet walked. Your name is being spoken in rooms where your presence is not yet known. Heaven has announced your name before the throne, and the sound of that announcement is echoing in the earth. You thought you were overlooked, forgotten, or hidden, but the Spirit says, you are not forgotten. I am lifting your name before those who hold the keys to your next season. I am announcing you in the Spirit before you are revealed in the natural. What felt like loss has been the seed of elevation. What looked like rejection has been the protection of God, steering you away from what could have destroyed you. Every closed door, every turn back, every delayed answer has been heaven's strategy to align you with the place of unveiling. For the Lord says, I have preserved your name for the right time. I have hidden you so that when you are revealed, no man can claim they were the one who lifted you. It will be known that I alone announced you. This transition is not ordinary. This is a crossing into a higher dimension of grace. What once required effort will begin to flow with ease. What once felt impossible will suddenly become accessible. What once was delayed will now accelerate. The season of waiting is giving birth to the season of unveiling. Do not mistake the shaking for abandonment. It is the sound of heaven opening the gates of your promotion. Your name is not forgotten. It is being etched into the scrolls of destiny. Your tears have not been wasted. They have watered the soil for the harvest that is now sprouting. Your prayers have not gone unheard. They have been stored in the chambers of heaven, and now they are tipping the bowls of intercession. The Spirit of God declares, I am moving you from the background to the forefront. I am taking you from obscurity to influence. I am placing your name in the mouths of kings, leaders, and gatekeepers. I am positioning you in the light of my favor. So lift your head. Do not be consumed by the whispers of men when the voice of heaven has already declared your identity. Do not cling to what is falling away, for something greater is rising. Your name is sealed, your destiny secured, and your unveiling is at hand. Type I am remembered in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3131 is now unlocking your name in heavenly places. Beloved, as this prophetic revelation has declared, your name is being announced in heaven, and every time this word goes forth through this ministry, more names are being called into destiny. When you sow into this work, you are not giving to a channel, but to the mission of heaven itself. Scripture declares that those who water others will themselves be watered, and your gift becomes the river that keeps this message flowing to souls who need it. I speak this directly to you when you align with this call through Super Thanks, membership, or gifts through PayPal in the description below. You are participating in the prophetic unveiling of others' destinies. You are not just helping. You are activating, and heaven records it as partnership. So now, not later. Your obedience in giving today opens heaven's windows tomorrow. Heaven is waiting for your yes. The weight of this entire season, the shaking you have endured, the refining you have passed through, the whispers, the betrayals, the hidden warfare, all of it has been leading to this moment. You are standing at a doorway, and the threshold will not open wider until your yes is spoken in the Spirit. Your destiny is not passive. It is activated by agreement. Until you align your mouth with heaven's decree, the gates remain closed. But when you declare who you are in the Lord, when you say yes to the assignment, when you renounce the chains that once held you, the heavens respond with acceleration. Do not think this is small. One word from your spirit can shift the entire atmosphere of your life. One yes can release what years of striving could not accomplish. One surrender can break the yoke of delay that has tried to hold you hostage. The Spirit of God is pressing this truth upon you. Your yes is the key. Your obedience is the door, and your surrender is the seal. You are being asked to activate your own destiny by agreement, not by effort, not by striving, but by the declaration of your faith. Now is the time to rise and declare, I am chosen. I am anointed. I am appointed. I am no longer bound by the voices of the past. I no longer carry the weight of yesterday. I no longer submit to the lies that told me I was not enough. I walk in my assignment. I embrace my calling, and I align with heaven's plan for my life. These declarations are not empty words. They are the very weapons that tear down strongholds in the unseen. They are the voice of heaven echoed through your mouth, commanding alignment in your atmosphere. Every step you take in obedience opens the door wider. Every prayer you release in faith pushes the boundary of delay further back. Every act of surrender calls angels to stand in alignment with your path. Heaven is not withholding your promise. It is waiting for your participation. You are not disqualified. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are being summoned into the fullness of who you were created to be. But your destiny cannot be activated in silence or in hesitation. It must be sealed with your yes. The Spirit of God says, do not shrink back. Do not delay. Do not say, perhaps tomorrow. The moment is now. Heaven has already prepared the place, but I am waiting for your agreement. Do not let fear hold your tongue when faith is the demand of this hour. Rise, declare, and step forward. Beloved, this is not the time to retreat. This is not the time to remain in the shadows. This is the hour to rise in authority and step into what has been written of you from the beginning. Your yes unlocks the scroll of your destiny, and once it is opened, no man, no demon, no circumstance can shut it again. Type SAYYS in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 4444 is now unlocking your destiny. There is a transaction unfolding even now in the unseen. It is quiet, hidden, and sacred, yet its effects will be undeniable. What was stolen from you, what slipped through your hands, what was taken in moments of weakness or confusion, is being negotiated back into your life by the courts of heaven. You may not hear the sound, but your spirit has already felt the shift. You have wondered why your heart has been stirred without explanation, why you have sensed a weight pressing down during your prayers, why tears have come when words could not form. Beloved, this is because heaven is conducting an exchange on your behalf. Your tears have been recorded in jars. Your cries have been stored in the chambers of eternity, and none of it has been forgotten. The Spirit of the Lord declares, every sigh, every cry, every whispered prayer in the night has been evidence in my courtrooms. I have held it before me, and now the scales are tipping. What was taken is being returned. What was delayed is being accelerated. What was blocked is being opened again. This is not a season of loss, but of recovery. What you thought was gone forever is about to reappear in new form, restored and refined. The enemy thought he had the final word. He rejoiced when you were struck, when you stumbled, when your strength seemed gone. But in silence, angels were dispatched. In quietness, heaven was at work. While you felt weak, God was rewriting the story. While you sat in confusion, the Spirit was securing your inheritance. Even now, the divine exchange is taking place. Ashes for beauty, mourning for joy. heaviness for the garment of praise. What was your breaking is becoming your breakthrough. Do not be deceived by the silence. Silence is not inactivity. Silence is strategy. Just as seeds sprout beneath the soil when no eye can see, so is heaven working beneath the surface of your life. The Spirit says, though you cannot yet see it, the roots are taking hold. The foundations are being secured. The exchanges are being finalized. Do not despise the quiet, for it is in the quiet that my power is most active. This is why your spirit has been restless, why your nights have been stirred, why your body has felt the weight of something shifting. Your soul knew before your mind could grasp it. Something sacred has changed in the heavens, and the effects will soon spill into the earth. The loss you carried will no longer define you. The shame you bore will no longer weigh you. The delay you endured will no longer bind you. For heaven has exchanged it. Heaven has declared, nothing is lost. Everything is being returned in my timing. So rest in this. The exchange has already been sealed. You do not need to fight for it. You do not need to beg for it. You only need to believe it. What you thought was the end was simply the pause before the release. Heaven has spoken, and your destiny is intact. Type "I receive the exchange" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 6060 is now releasing restoration into your life. The scales of heaven are tipping. Justice is no longer delayed, and the verdict is being written in your favor. What was spoken against you, what was plotted in secret, what was formed to shame you, it is already turning back upon the heads of those who devised it. For the Lord says, I am a God of justice, and I will not allow the righteous to be forsaken. I will not permit my chosen to be mocked without response. I have seen, I have recorded, and now I will repay. What was designed to humiliate you will become the very stage upon which you are honored. What was meant to reduce you will become the very platform that raises you. The enemy thought he had built a trap that would destroy you, but he has unknowingly built the place of your elevation. The stones thrown at you will become the foundation beneath your feet. The ashes of your trial will be the soil of your testimony. Heaven's reversal is not only coming, it has already begun. Every word spoken against your name has been weighed. Every false smile, every whisper, every plot has been marked in the records of heaven. The Spirit declares, vengeance is mine, and I will repay. The snare they set will ensnare them. The pit they dug will be their own grave. The net they stretch to catch you will break beneath them. I am not mocked, and I do not delay. Even now, justice is unfolding in ways you will not need to orchestrate. You will stand still and watch the hand of God move. Restoration is also in motion. What was stolen will not only return, but multiply. The years you thought were wasted will bear fruit. The opportunities that slipped through your grasp will reappear in greater measure. For divine justice is not only the removal of your enemies, but the restoration of your portion. When God restores, He restores in double portion. When He reverses in fullness. Do not let bitterness steal this blessing. Do not let vengeance rise in your own heart. Do not waste your words trying to prove yourself. Justice is not yours to carry. It is the Lord's, and His justice is perfect. The Spirit says, I am bringing honor to your name where dishonor was spoken. I am restoring what was lost in hidden ways, and I am lifting you in open places. My justice will silence every accuser, and my favor will rewrite your story. And know this: no force can stop what God has decreed. No enemy can overturn the ruling of heaven. No weapon can penetrate the shield of divine reversal. The decree has already gone forth, and the gavel of heaven has struck. It is finished. So stand tall. Do not fear the plots. Do not tremble at the threats. Do not bow to the whispers. Justice is yours. Reversal is yours. Restoration is yours. And the glory of the Lord will cover your story so completely that those who once doubted you will marvel at what God has done. Type divine justice in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing node 7171 is now establishing reversal and restoration in your life. The spirit realm has shifted, but you are preserved. The shaking has been real, but it has not destroyed you. The warfare has been fierce, but it has not consumed you. You stand today as living proof that the grace of God, though tested, has not failed. You have been pressed, but not crushed. You have been struck down, but not abandoned. You have endured the tremors of the unseen, and yet you remain covered and chosen. Peace be upon your house, and strength upon your soul. The God who began this work in you will complete it, and the grace that felt as though it was thinning has now been recalibrated to carry you forward. You are sealed by the Spirit, marked by the blood, and sustained by the hand of the Almighty. No scheme of man, no device of the enemy, no storm of life can overturn what heaven has decreed over your name. Lift your head, beloved, for heaven has spoken your name with favor. You are not overlooked. You are not forgotten. You are not cast aside. The Spirit declares, I have seen you. I have chosen you. I have preserved you. I have sent you. Your assignment is secure. Your calling is affirmed, and your path is cleared. Now rise. Walk with confidence, for you are sealed. Walk with boldness, for you are seen. Walk with faith, for you are sent. Your name is secured in the heavens, and no force in earth or hell can erase it. This is not the end of you. This is the unveiling of you. Type my name is secured in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 9999 is now covering your destiny with divine completion. Beloved, as we close this word, I want to remind you, this message is not just for you, but for the countless souls who are waiting to hear the voice of heaven through this ministry. Every seed sown into this mission, whether through super thanks, membership, or a gift through PayPal in the description, fuels the spread of God's word to those whose names are also hanging in the balance. The Lord says that when you sow, you are planting into eternity, and your seed becomes a prophetic act that opens doors for others. I speak this blessing over every giver, that as you partner with this call, heaven will release a harvest of favor, restoration, and breakthrough in your life. Do not delay your obedience. Step into it now. So where God's fire is burning, and watch Him return to you in multiplied measure.